Hi, we are with Green Martial Arts, and this is Zach again, helping us learn self-defense so we can stop a murder. And today we are learning
the trap and roll.
Hi, today with Green Martial Arts, we are going to learn how to do the trap and roll, which is used to get out of being held down on the ground. This is a great technique, again, a technique that needs to be practiced. And so here we go. If you guys appreciate the stuff that we've been putting out, I appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe. That all helps us out, helps us continue moving forward, making more videos, so we appreciate that. But per usual, today I am going to discuss a little scenario, a little big bad scenario that went down in a situation where somebody was held down. Lately I've been kind of looking into the more happy endings, but today this one is not a happy ending. So today's sad and tragic story is the story of a woman named Sheila Linky. She was the landlord of a man named Edward Kopp and his girlfriend, and she was attempting to evict them from her building, and they were fighting. It was a battle, and she even texted her boss and said, "Hey, look, things aren't going great here. It doesn't look good. I think I'm gonna have to take the day off tomorrow because this is getting really ugly." And unfortunately, it ended really, really ugly. Edward admitted that what he did was kick her really, really hard in the chest and then held her down on the ground. And while he was holding her down on the ground, he grabbed a plastic bag and put it over her head until she stopped moving. After she passed away, they loaded her up in the truck and took her to the nearest desert in Arizona, White Hills, Arizona, and left her there. Her body was found. Thankfully, he's been convicted. His girlfriend there's still some speculation as to whether or not she was involved, and so she's not yet been convicted. Sad ending. We have to wonder if there was a way to get out of it, and this is what we're doing here, is trying to figure out if there are ways that we can avoid this situation. And so here is Zach with Green Martial Arts and his beautiful wife Araceli helping us out, and my friend Brenda, who are gonna try to show you some techniques to get out of being held down on the ground with the trap and roll. Hi, we are with Green Martial Arts, and this is Zach again, helping us learn self-defense so we can stop a murder. And today we are learning
The trap and roll, right?
Trap and roll.
It's also called a bridge and roll, a bump and roll, but it's a very effective technique to get someone off the top of you, specifically from the mount position. A lot of people, when they get attacked, eventually will find themselves with someone else on top of them. This happens to men as well, by the way. In fact, it probably happens to men, maybe even more, because usually for women, they're between your legs. But for men, they might actually sit on top of you on your chest. And I guarantee most women, right, have had a man get on top of them, put their knees on the ground over the top of them, and hold their arms as well, which I'll explain how to get out of as well. This is a great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu technique. Every Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym I know teaches it, so it's a really important thing. All right, so we're gonna go over those trap and rolls. There's two that I wanna go over specifically. There are a ton of trap and rolls, but there's one that's more for the ladies, and another one that's more for the ladies. So there's probably two main ones for ladies that are gonna be the most important. One is someone on top of you in the mount with a choke. So for example, Araceli's on the ground and my hand is in her neck. I'm driving down. It doesn't matter if it's two hands or one hand, the move is the same. So she grabs right here, she comes behind my arm, right? She trapped the foot, she lifts her hips high into the air. Now she turns to the side, rolls us over, and comes down. Now, it's very important because they're gonna be frustrated that you get your elbows in tight and you protect your face by putting your hands on the biceps, okay? So again, if you put your hands anywhere else, Now, I can't get a lot of power behind that, but if she's smaller than me, it might be effective. It might hurt her, right? And we talked about elbows being dangerous in the last video. So again, these biceps protect her all the way around until she passes my guard in some way, shape, or form. Cool? All right, so breakdown of what's happening during this move. I'm putting pressure down on Araceli. My hand is actually gonna create the problem for me. My weight is pushing down. Because I'm pushing all my weight down on her, all she needs to do is get my base off. So how do we do that? We rock the base. The bump of the hip is the first step. As I come up, right, as she lifts her hips up, I'm already off balance. Now, the key here is not letting this hand come out, so that's why she's gonna trap it. So what she does is she makes a monkey palm, she wraps it around, and she puts pressure down. This also takes a little pressure off of your neck, so that's nice too. You're not getting choked as badly anymore. But there's still an illusion in their head of that choke being effective. Now what she does is she reaches behind my hand. I tell all my students, don't drop my coffee. So if you're holding it like a coffee cup, you're doing well. If you're holding it the reverse of that, you're not doing well. You've poured the coffee out. It's a terrible day. Okay, so we're right here. She's holding this. She's gonna trap my foot, bring it in. Now, you'll notice that her knee's just slightly to the outside, okay? Now, as she lifts her hips, that brings me here. Now I can't free this arm. She rolls us over. She finds the biceps and she protects herself by staying low. Eventually, she would work her way back up, walking her hands here, right? Now she has some posture. She could throw elbows, boom. She could throw punches, boom, right? And all the dangerous things start happening. Maybe my legs open and it gives her a chance to escape. All right, awesome. So, Tamara's in the mount position. She actually said, right, before camera started rolling, this scares her, all right? That's actually a good thing, right? It means you care that something bad could happen. This is the compromised position for anyone, right? The reason it's so compromised is she can't hit me, but I can absolutely hit her, right? There's no force behind her punches from down here. It's not gonna happen, okay? However, because I'm not smart as a bad guy, I'm probably gonna be trying to choke her from here, right? And force her to do things against her will. So when she traps my arm and comes here, she already has the advantage. Because now if I try to pull my arm free, try to keep it tight, I can't do that. And I'm pulling pretty hard, agreed?
Yeah.
Right? That's a pretty hard pull. And I'm not getting it off. So now what she does, she's got it trapped. Yeah. She traps my foot. She moves her knee just a little to the outside. She's gonna lift her bottom as high as she can off the ground. That's the bridge. Okay. Now she rolls over this shoulder.
This way, right?
Yes. Hands on the elbows. Where my hands? Hands on the biceps. Hands on the biceps. And that's her protection from here, right? Okay. Again, from there, all she has to do is posture up. She's gonna go hands on the ribs, right? It's really important that her hands never, ever, ever touch, ever touch this floor. In the event that someone does know jiu-jitsu, don't put your hands on the floor. That's not where they go. They can go here and they can go here. Those are the only two places they get to go, okay? Strike might have a factor. She can drop elbows all day from here and really not risk me grabbing her arm because her arm's tight to her body. So if you ever watch the UFC and you see people throw an elbow from this position, that's why they're doing it. It's really effective. They can do it from down here too. They can do it from really close, hold the biceps, and then short shot an elbow strike right here.
Right to your face?
Yeah, right to the face. Right? Boom.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah. All right, so Tamara actually did a really good job on that move, but I want to go over some small details that'll help you a little bit more. So, Miss Araceli's in the guard, and her hands are on my biceps like they're supposed to be. Her head is down, she's protected for the moment. Now, what she's gonna do is, right, notice her base and her legs, right? She has a good base. I can't rock her side to side very easily right now, and I'm actually using the guard, okay? The other thing that's gonna happen is even if I open my feet and try to wiggle free, all she has to do is drop her elbows right now, and I got nowhere to go, okay? So my hips don't move, and then again, look, there's those elbows, right? So now we gotta talk about what if the person has seen one UFC fight and they know how to put the guard on, okay? So they put their hands right here. So danger zones, up here, 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 right? All those places are bad, okay? Only safe places are biceps and here. These are your two happy places. As she puts that pressure on my ribs, the beauty of this is now if I try to sit up towards Araceli, all she has to do is push down, keep that pressure, keep her elbows bent a little bit for you, right? That's gonna make it easier, by the way. If you straighten your elbows, it's actually harder to hold me back because your arms will strain, right? But from here, I can't do anything. So now she pins me, there's that hand, and there's that elbow strike again, right? Boom! And then she comes right back, resets, and she can do it over and over again until I'm like, please stop hitting me.
Thank you guys so much for watching again. If you appreciate what we're doing, please like, comment, subscribe. It all helps. We're all trying to navigate through this life right now, and this has been my great outlet, so I appreciate everybody who's been watching. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Have a good day.